Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses, back here with another episode of the Salary Cap Report. We are currently a few days into round 3 of salary cap here in season 7 of NBA 2K25, my team, and I want to give you guys a few tips to help you guys make this grind up to whether it's 2,500 points like I'm trying to hit, or maybe you're trying to hit 5,000 points by the end of season 7. I want to give you some tips to help make that grind as efficient and hopefully as painless as possible. I've talked about it a bunch on this channel. The people that play salary cap for the most part are really good at this game. It feels like a lot of the people who were playing Showdown in Tier 1 and got tired of getting matched up against people that were on their own skill level, which happened to be a very high skill level, ended up coming to salary cap because the matchmaking is not the same, and the rewards I think are objectively better in salary cap compared to Showdown. And so when you factor all those things in, it's going to make the salary cap experience for the majority of us who play this game on a more casual and less comp level more of a frustrating experience. Now, maybe you get lucky during your round 3 grind, and I hope I fall into this bucket as well, where when you're trying to match up against opponents to grind up to whatever the point total is that you're trying to hit, you end up matching up with people who ended up downloading this game earlier this month when it became a free to download game on both PlayStation and Xbox. And if you are watching this game and you did just download this game earlier this month, this is not meant to be me targeting you guys that are watching this video, because I want to be very honest. I can match up with someone that just got this game 2 weeks ago, and they could definitely beat me. Like, there is no shame in that. There are definitely people who just got the game in June and they happen to be really good 2K players. They just, for whatever their reasons may be, didn't get the game until it went for free earlier this month. But the point is, you may play against some people who just downloaded the game earlier this month who may not be as good at the game, or they may be good at the game and they don't have the same level of lineup that you do because you've been playing this game for a few months, maybe since the game came out back in September. And so maybe you won't have as sweaty of a time playing in salary cap. But regardless, the one piece of advice I have for you guys, because I've made this mistake in numerous seasons of salary cap this season, try to pace yourself. Try to start your round 3 grind earlier than you might normally try to do. You know, I usually wait until 1 week passes in a particular round before I start grinding. But over the last few seasons, I've noticed that, you know, just for my own mental health, it's better if I try to chip away at the 2,500 points that I'm trying to get to. And so I'm going to try to get, you know, 3 to 4, maybe 5 games in today if I can in salary cap. Hopefully I end up winning the majority of those games, because if I do so, that'll at least position me around 500 to 700 points, which is pretty good. If I can at least make it, you know, 20% of the way through to my end goal for round 3 salary cap by the end of today, I'll be pretty happy. And what's nice is we have these agendas that 2K dropped yesterday where you know, you can, what they say, double your MT. What I like about this is they give you an offline and online component for every leg of this agenda set. You can see we have 4 legs of it, right? We have double MT part 4 as the final leg, and you can't get access to the next round, or the next leg rather, of these agendas until you complete both the online and offline components. So for example, I'm currently in double MT part 2, and I've almost had enough MT earned to get this single player MT agenda done. I only need about 600 more MT earned via offline games to get this agenda done. But then I need to earn 2,500 more MT in the online agenda. So what I would recommend to you guys is, while you're grinding out your salary cap games, if you haven't completed the MT agendas right here, whenever you complete the online agenda, especially if you're in a place where you're really frustrated and you feel triggered because of your salary cap experience, take a break and play some offline games, because you need to do that anyways to get your MT for all 4 of these legs of double MT. So just wanted to, you know, give you guys my opinion on that. This is what I'm going to be trying to do. Now, it's easier said than done. I think sometimes you wrap up a game of salary cap and you lose and you're really triggered and you want to jump right into another game. I've fallen down that rabbit hole so many times, and then I end up losing 3 more games, and then I feel even worse than I did following that first game that set off that run of losing. So yeah, just my advice for you guys. Let me make sure that I'm recording before we get into the rest of today's content. Yes, we are. Hi YouTube, happy Tuesday. Okay, let's briefly, while we're in this agendas tab, talk about the fact that we can now earn a 100 overall by completing all 5 of these downtown agendas. I somehow figured out a way to get these 4 agendas done without spending too much time. I feel like the majority of my time on this game this season has been spent in either salary cap or park during park events. So I've been able to slowly also chip away at the NBA Spotlight Sims grind. And while I'm doing this grind, I've been trying to grind out these downtown grinds, and at the same time grind out these Festival of Champion grinds. You can see we have another set of agendas here that just dropped, and they are starting to include more of these online components to these agendas. We had Spurs online points, we had Bulls online points, assists, and rebounds yesterday, and now we have 25 points with Warriors players. I'm assuming we're going to get one for Celtics players in the coming days for, you know, Bill Russell and stuff like that. But this does not look to be all that bad. You can basically combine a bunch of these agendas together, which is really nice. And that's how I got these agendas done. I just wanted to briefly go over how I'm going to be attacking these agendas. So you can see here, you need to score 56 points with a power forward in a game. You need to get a triple-double with a shooting guard in a game, 17 assists with a point guard in a game, and 20 points in the paint with a center. I think you can combine the 56 points with power forward in a game and the 17 assists with a point guard. You can easily get this in a domination game, or what I would recommend doing if you're able to play through the game quickly to maximize your offensive possessions, I would try to get those agendas done through the full games that are available to you in the NBA playoff Spotlight Sims. You can see I still have a couple of these round 1 games left. So if I were to go into this game against the Denver Nuggets, this is going to be a full game, but it's only 3-minute quarters, whereas Domination, which has 5-minute quarters. So you can get through this game pretty quickly, and because it's only 3-minute quarters, if you manage your timeouts well, you should be able to play that point guard and that power forward that you're trying to get assists and the 56 points with. You should be able to keep them on the floor the entire time, which is going to be really helpful, and it's going to save you time. That's the main thing that I try to figure out whenever I'm grinding out the game, and the information I try to give you guys on this channel is related to how to play this game efficiently to grind out these agendas without spending all day on the game, because I don't have all day to spend on this game, unfortunately, or I guess somewhat fortunately. This game isn't meant to be played every single minute of the day anymore. It's not like NBA 2K15, 16, and 17 for me, NBA 2K20 and 21 for a lot of you guys watching this channel, I guess, or this video. But that's how I would tackle those agendas. And then we have the triple-double agenda. Now, it says with a shooting guard, and I think this is where, if you have some players from the out-of-position set, you're going to want to take advantage of that. And one player in particular I thought of, if I can find them, I think Keyshawn George is shooting guard center. Is that correct? Yes, you could also do this with Alexis Ajinça. Who does Keyshawn George have a duo with? I forgot. Oh, with Opal Bilal Coulibaly. So you could run that duo, and if you like that duo more, or if you like having Keyshawn George boosted with that duo more than you like having a vanilla Alexis Ajinça, however you pronounce his name, you could run either. They're gonna, actually no, I'm sorry, it's a shooting guard. You cannot run Alexis. I'm being a total idiot right now. So you have to run. You're gonna have to run either Keyshawn George or my boy Josh Hart, but you're not going to run a 6'4" shooting guard at center. So Keyshawn George, yes, he is only 6'8", but I think if you play a domination game on rookie, or if you're really blessed, you can try one of those NBA Spotlight Sims, the playoff ones, those 3-minute quarter full games, and see if you can sneak in a triple-double. Maybe you'll be able to. I'm not sure, but I guess Keyshawn George right now would be the guy I would pick to try to get that triple-double done. Outside of that, what else I want to talk about? Oh, this is the final week of Downtown Super Packs. So if there are any pink diamonds from previous seasons that you want to add to your team, cards like Full Throttle LeBron James, Top of the Class Dr. J, Lunar New Year Michael Beasley, maybe there's some other pink diamonds, maybe you want Jabari Smith out of position. Those cards are going to potentially be really cheap again today. And then next Tuesday, when we get Super Packs for Season 7, we're not going to see those pink diamonds that I mentioned available in those packs. And so we may see those players sort of dry up in terms of their supply on the auction house, and we may see their value go up. So you may want to buy some of those cards this week because they may not be as readily accessible next week, which means their prices could go up. All right, what lineup am I going to run in salary cap this week? This was the lineup that I had put together, I believe, on Saturday when round 3 had begun, or when round 3 was a day old, roughly. And this lineup is already not going to work, unfortunately. And I think a big reason why is Gershon Yabusele and Adam Bona's dynamic duo is now worth 8,000 salary instead of 4,000 salary, because each player has doubled in salary from 2,000 up to 4,000. So we're not going to be running this lineup. I like this duo, but it was mostly because they were both 2,000 salary. At 4,000 salary pop, it just does not make sense in my mind to run this duo. My new lineup for salary cap, at least as of right now, is this one right here. We're keeping Dyson Daniels, and that is in large part because the pink diamond cards, at least in my collection, who had gone up to 6,300 salary on Saturday, cards like Anthony Black, Jabari Smith, and I think Donovan Clingan. I'm not totally sure. We'll check that right now. Yes, Donovan Clingan. All these cards have stayed at 6,300 salary. Same with Wang Zhizhi. I think Khalil Ware is up to 7,500 salary. So I'm not going to be running any of those cards that are at 6,300 salary. I'd much rather run 2 pink diamonds that are at 5,000, such as Dyson Daniels, who's currently my leading candidate to try out at point guard. And then I have Robert Covington in here for now. Maybe I'll end up benching him for a card like Josh Childress, who's a really good pink diamond, obviously. I know a lot of you guys like pink diamond Josh Childress. Dr. J, also at 5,000 salary. I'm pretty sure we can go and check that LeBron James is still at 8,000 salary. Let's see. LeBron is at 7,500 salary, so he's gone down by 500 salary. And then if we go to Lunar New Year, let's see what Michael Beasley's at. Beasley's also at 7,500 salary. So for some reason, Beasley and LeBron both at 7,500. Dr. J is still only at 500 salary. So, sorry, 500. I wish 5,000 salary, which may mean that you guys want to, if you want to run Dr. J, you can. Robert Covington, Josh Childress. Honestly, there are a number of really good pink diamonds. Jonathan Bender also at 5,000 salary. So really the world is your oyster. You can, pick and choose whichever pink diamond you want. I would just, again, recommend you guys trying to pick the pink diamonds that are closer to 5,000 salary, because there's still a lot of good ones. And I don't know if you're going to want to spend that additional 1,300 salary to bring in another pink diamond. Like Anthony Black, I'd probably rather run him than Dyson Daniels. But, if one of them is 6,300 MT over the other, I'm going to pick the one that's going to cost less salary to run on my team. Running this lineup ultimately gives me 4 dark matters, because I love this Isaiah Collier, Cody Williams duo off the bench, and they're both still only 1,200 salary. Corey Brewer is up to 1,800, but because I love his duo with Joakim Noah so much, I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to try Noah at the power forward with Desanya Diop at the center position. And then I have Ryan Hollins as my center off the bench. If I need to make some moves, maybe I'll bench Ryan Hollins and bring in one of my salary cap goats in Quentin Post, an Amethyst center who's worth only 1,200 salary, so that I can maybe upgrade my Desanya Diop here to, another diamond center if I wanted to, I don't know if cards like Marcin Gortat or Pokusevski have dropped in salary. Larry Sanders is only 2,000, which is great. Gortat is 2,000. Pat Burke is 2,000. Where's Poku? Poku's also 2,000. I actually loved running Pokusevski. So we'll see. Maybe I'll end up running Pokusevski in place of Ryan Hollins at some point during this run. We'll have to see. It's just nice to have this level of lineup flexibility. So this is the lineup we're going to probably run with. All right, let's get into the packs. I have a few packs I want to open up. I have 2 dark matters. I have an automatic 97 plus, and we have a regular automatic pack. We are not even 15 minutes into this video. I feel like as the year has gone on, we've gotten better at keeping these videos at or under 20 minutes. So this video should hopefully come in at like 17 is my guess. Let's start with this regular automatic pack. I think we have every single card in the Pink Diamond and Galaxy Opal tier. We get another Opal, which means we're going to get a duplicate But I will definitely take a Galaxy Opal out of one of these packs because these packs usually just give me Series 1 cards. Can it be an Opal who I picked up from the auction house? Maybe a guy like Mikhail Petrus or something. Eastern Conference 95 3-pointer. This is probably Wilson Chandler. No, it's not. Who's a shooting guard? Oh, it is Mikhail Petrus. Nice. All right, great. I did buy Mikhail Petrus, I believe. Yes, so we can sell him now. That is a great flip for us right there. We'll take that. Anytime we can get a card from a set that we already have auctionable, and then exchange it for the unauctionable one that we packed, it's always a good day. Here we go, 97 plus overall. I feel like it's not really a plus. I think it's just going to be a Galaxy Opal, and it is. I don't know if I have any of the other Opals as auctionable. I guess we'll find out. It's only going to matter if the one that we pull here is a duplicate. Eastern Conference 92 3-pointer. Is this Mikhail Petrus again? No, this is Wilson Chandler. And I think Wilson Chandler we do already have as unauctionable. So we can't, yeah, that's fine. We'll take 2,500 MT. I'm not upset about that. We'll gladly take the MT there. We are almost at 4.3 million MT. We're honestly probably at technically over 5 million when I sell everything in my collection and my, in my auction outcomes and in my unopened packs. I have probably like over 1,000 packs worth of badge deluxe packs, shoe and takeover packs, and then the diamond collectible packs. We have a lot of packs to quick sell, which is crazy. It's gonna be a lot of work. All right, we have 2 dark matters. We're gonna start with this Skylines 99 plus overall dark matter. I don't even know who the dark matters are in this set. If I was a good YouTuber, I would have looked ahead of time, but whatever, we're gonna take it, man. Dark matter, Skylines player. I guess Skylines was the first set that dropped this season, right? Let's see if we can get a dark matter that's useful. Eastern Conference 95 agility. It's going to be a guard. Oh, it's a small forward. Who is this? Oh, we get Franz. You know what? Actually, I do remember looking at this set earlier, vaguely. I think Franz was the dark matter I wanted the most. So I will actually take a Franz Wagner. Thank you, 2K. Okay. This is our dark matter pack from completing daily agendas right here. I do not expect this to be anything special at all. Again, I feel like ever since we got Yao Ming, I'm kind of in a place now where 2K doesn't owe us anything. I mean, 2K doesn't owe us anything regardless, but the fact that they gave us Yao Ming, I feel like I'm not in a position to complain for the rest of the year. So let's see here. We get an Eastern Conference. Is it Jalen Brunson or Karl Towns? Indeed, it is Jalen Brunson, it looks like. Yes, it is. I'm not surprised. I already have my captain, Jalen Brunson, unauctionable, unfortunately. So we will be turning my captain into 3,000 MT. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not mad about getting Jalen Brunson, the poster boy of Season 7 of NBA 2K25 MyTeam, and my favorite Nick of my lifetime. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. Let me know in the comments down below who are some players that maybe I didn't cover today, who you guys are including in your salary cap lineups. Until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you later.